The heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Gets fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000 yards.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big run there by Freeman. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Sliding out of the pocket. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Right there. Let's go.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Ready. That's 25.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's got Smith here. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah,
it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here. And yet,
blitz coming, and down he goes. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Here's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got touchdown, Seahawks. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Smith. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. This is Freeman on first and 10. Past the 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try to run for it with Smith. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand.
Check 315. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. They can't hang with us.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, it's Carson, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On third down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down and 4. Ryan, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Dancing away at the 35. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. This is Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey. Kill. 14, got it.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 21-10 game. That's fielded in the end zone.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan, this will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. This time Wilson will throw. That's caught by Hollister. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
4th down. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Ryan. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Mike 45. Let's go, let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On third down, Carson, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Seahawks, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.